What's up, everyone? It's Russo. I hope everyone is doing well. Welcome to my throwback videos of my first test cycle. Please keep in mind that these videos are very old and I am re-uploading them to enjoy the cringe and to show my full honest journey and to document all the side effects and all the negatives I experienced. This is for entertainment purposes only, but I am going to plug my Instagram. Please subscribe here because I will be documenting my next cycle in video format similar to this first cycle. But if you need to message me, get a hold of me, and want to see what I currently look like, please follow me on Instagram at RussoLifts. Enjoy the test cycle videos. What's up, everyone? It's Russo. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm going to be doing a video on the new SARMS that seem to be coming up and everyone keeps messaging me about them. I'm with Alec. I will link his social media down below if you want to talk to him directly, but we're going to be going through basically the medical data, which is kind of lackluster, but we're going to be going through it anyways to try and get some information as well as reference if anyone has experience with any of these new compounds to comment them down below or message us directly about your thoughts on them. So I really wanted to highlight this new SARM ACP 105. I'm going to let Alec take over and then kind of intervene when I can.
Okay, guys, so let's get right into this because I'm very interested about this as well because I'm basically using SARMs and growth hormone only. This new SARM ACP is very interesting for several reasons, apart from being obviously selective and androgenic in myoskeletal tissue. What's interesting in it is the amount of selectivity it presents. Basically, we can see that in castrated mice, when they essentially chop their balls off, they lose their natural endogenous androgens, both testosterone and DHT. Obviously, their prostate shrinks, and they administrate SARMs and look at prostate weight to assess the androgenic activity or the lack of. So with this SARM, we can see that essentially, no matter the dose administered in it, the maximal prostate growth compared to DHT would be around 21% reversal of prostate. So that basically tells us that it grows only, it restores the prostate only 21%, whereas DHT can effectively grow the prostate and maintain it to baseline, and obviously at higher doses it makes it go above it.
That also means it's slightly androgenic too.
Yeah, but when you look at something, let's say S23, which in studies is shown to actually grow it significantly in dose-dependent manner, at lower doses it shrinks it, but at higher doses it grows it. So this is way more selective than S23 in terms of side effects. So I don't think anybody would be seeing much or any side effects with these SARMs. And what's interesting is that the study is actually telling us the dose we should take. The research, obviously, because it's not for human use. It says for a man weighing 80 kilograms, or that's around 170, 180 pounds, the equivalent dosage would be like 11 mg per day.
So kind of like an LGD 4033 dosage, it seems like.
Exactly. And also we're gonna cover LGD 3303 because it's also very interesting and it has actually more data and more studies versus the ACP one. So what's so special about the LGD 3303 is that it basically shows us that at the same dose it grows prostate size, but no matter the dose it never grew the prostate size above natural levels, which is actually very similar to red 140 in monkeys, where they took extreme doses and it never impacted prostate size. So they're quite similar in that regard, and I expect due to its being a full agonist in muscle tissue and a partial agonist in prostate size, if it's taken in conjunction with let's say a steroid, I think it can be beneficial in terms of reducing the side effects, the androgenic side effects. from anabolic steroids versus other SARMs, like let's say ostarine. If you combine it with anabolic steroids, some side effects can be pronounced, especially the estrogenic side effects. So
Hmm.
that would be interesting. The dose would be the same as the ACP for 80 kilograms. Basically, the dosage would be 11 mg per day.
But I believe the half-life of 3303 is 6 hours, right?
Well, based on what I've seen as well, that seems to be the case. But again, when it actually depends on doses because people tend to take more than the doses we see in studies.
Right.
So we don't know how that would correlate and in terms of releasing plasma concentration in the body, especially in humans. So I would always recommend twice or three times at least daily dosing with SARMs such as this one, just to be on the safer side.
So overall, I'm pretty excited for both ACP 105 because I think on paper it has a lot of promise. Number one, for being very strong compared to like RAD, S23, it's up there. And it seems to present a lot less side effects on the very limited data we have. And I'm super stoked to give LGD 3303 a shot because based off what people have come to me saying is it's like 4033 without the water and maybe even more strength and vascularity. What do you think,
Yeah,
Alec?
yeah, I think so too. And like if it says that we can basically see that it outperforms DHT, that would mean it outperforms testosterone. So no matter what, it's gonna be better than being natural and having less side effects than with any other drug. It's basically a win situation regardless. So we just have to find out how potent it is in terms of effects, both anabolic wise and in terms of hardening, vascularity, those androgenic effects in the
Mm-hmm.
muscle. So if it can provide those without the side effects, like S4 can, but obviously without the vision issues, then that would be something that I would have in all my stacks, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure. I
Yeah.
mean, these SARMs are getting to a point where they're
Yeah, they're
like basically
improving.
better than DHT and test in a way, taking a
Yeah.
lot of the negatives out. They're like an evolution of test almost.
Exactly. Yeah, I think so. My honest opinion is that eventually SARMs will outperform like a lot of steroids, and it's only a matter of time. And if you look at the pathways and the way that science goes, like they're not inventing the new steroids. Everything goes in the direction of SARMs, new ways like myostatin inhibition.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there are way more safer and effective ways to accomplish not only bodybuilding goals and I mean just health and life in general, right? That's the ultimate goal, to replace testosterone in the long run and fight an effective androgen that's not gonna fuck our bodies up as we age.
Right, especially in the bodybuilder dosages of steroids you see nowadays. Like
Absolutely.
even adding in a SARM on top of your steroid stack is still going to dramatically reduce the amount of side effects as long as you're keeping in mind the binding affinity with the rest of your gear.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed that quick info on ACP and 3303. Again, if you have experience with either one of these, chime it down in the comments below. Feel free to check out Alec on Facebook. He is a bodybuilding coach, very knowledgeable, and backs all his information through science and studies, not bro science. So that's why I had him on. You know, he's actually into the new cutting edge stuff, as well as backing up everything he says with some sort of actual evidence proving what he says. So, hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you in my next video.